Hello, folks. Good evening. SEC After Dark. Is this the most anticipated day of the week now?
Absolutely.
It is to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's all
It
about
really
keep up
is.
with what day of the week it is.
I know. It's like,
Yeah.
I know when I get to Wednesday, my week is on the downslide,
Yeah, that's
on the
right.
downspout, on the downhill slope. But joining me to execute another great show is Stephen Willis, Jeb Beechum, Jake Thomas. Jake Thomas, Best of the West, was back. I bet you were trying to figure out who Topper Nation News was. They were pretty active on your show, weren't they?
Yeah. We thanked them for being on. I hope they come back.
Yeah.
They were pretty cool. Who are they?
You're looking at it.
Yes.
Nice.
But
Thanks.
it's my school channel. My school
Okay.
YouTube channel.
Well, I'll return the favor Monday night then.
That's what channel is defaulted in my YouTube app on my phone.
Okay, that's cool.
So yeah, that's me. That's where if you go there, you can see all my students' content.
Oh,
Corey, do you see the dungeon
want to?
background?
I did, dude. Like that's. I mean, what changed? Just more brick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I think the
if
brick
we're
is,
if we're in the actual basement of the Palatial Central Florida Studios, it
You
needs
just chiseled
to.
out some brick.
Yeah,
Looks like my stomach back there.
yeah.
Full of brick?
Get it?
I need to move over the Built Bar
Chisel.
thing. There we go.
There you go. There you go.
there you go.
Look at you.
Yeah.
In the Navy.
Go to
So-
built.com. Use promo code LOCKED15 for your next order for 15% off at Built Bar.
Built Bar.
DGD's in.
The number one
DGD is
bar.
in the house.
Hey, DGD Robert, what's up, my man?
What's up, Robert?
Been a while, brother. How goes it? So, well, we got an action-packed show. I guess we can just get this thing going. But first, it is time for. We're presented by BetOnline.ag. It's the number one source for all your betting needs. Find all the latest sports developments, including updated odds on the NBA and NHL playoffs, Major League Baseball fights, and even next season's NFL futures. Don't forget, this weekend, as the Run of the Roses is on at the Kentucky Derby. I asked Vinny about it. He knew nothing about the horses, but the mint juleps are going. It's going to be muddy in the infield. That's one thing that's you probably can't bet on that because it's easy money. So BetOnline is your continued source for all your sports wagering needs, including live betting and your favorite Vegas casino and poker games. It is super easy to get started. Head to the website today or use that mobile device to join. Use our promo code BLEAV, that's BLEAV, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, it's where the game starts. Guys, there's a lot that's happening. The NFL draft was this past weekend. That was a lot of fun. I know it wasn't star-studded like drafts in the past, or even like last year's draft where you had five superstar potential quarterbacks that were taken in the first round, and then you had that year where Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, who surprisingly ended up being the best quarterback in that draft class. Surprising to some, but I saw the talent and I was like, well, if he ever figures this accuracy thing out, he's going to be dangerous.
And he is.
It looks like he has. So we'll talk about the draft here a little bit, talk about transfer portal stuff. There's a story that broke over the weekend about Jordan Addison. Jeb, your Vols got somebody from USC. Somebody that didn't. There was somebody that actually didn't want to play for Lane Kiffin, so I find that hard to believe. So
He didn't have a spot.
No, he didn't. I mean, they kept recruiting over.
Yeah, you can only sign like that. 32 is a hard cap number, and we had to use a scholarship on a kicker. And we're waiting on Deion Smith at LSU.
It happens.
Yeah, those are kind of So that's all we can kind of do. That's the reason they're not playing at the moment.
Well,
but Brew McCoy, if he gets to Tennessee with his head on straight, Tennessee's wide receiver room just got a lot better.
Yeah, we needed him.
I think it did, and what that does for Tennessee's chances at the East, well, it bolsters their already explosive passing attack. You still have, I can never remember the guy's name.
Cedric Tillman.
There you go, Cedric Tillman. God,
the two-star.
The two-star, just cutting everybody up.
And Joe Milton. No, I'm just kidding.
If you need him to throw it 40, he's going to throw it 40. If you need him to throw it 30, he's going to throw it 40.
That's right.
There you go, Steve.
No, Hendon Hooker is probably going to have a great year, I Bleav.
He's legit. I saw a tweet from Mike Griffith where he was on Paul Feinbaum, and he talked about how miraculous it would be if Georgia won the East. I love the hyperbole. And by love, I mean that as sarcastically as possible. Miraculous, really? Like the national champs?
Yeah.
Miraculous.
Yeah, it's like it'd be miraculous if Vandy went to a bowl game.
Yeah.
It'd be miraculous if South Carolina won the East. It would not be miraculous or anywhere near if the favorite for the division wins the division.
Yeah. I don't care how many people you lose. I don't know. I don't know if Mike Griffith has paid attention to how Kirby has been recruiting, but
five first rounders on that defense, and one of those players was not Nakobe Dean.
That was stupid.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know how he fell at the 83rd.
They said he had a torn pectoral.
Still, he was probably the best defender in that draft.
He is. I mean, he's. You know what it comes down to, Jake, and I find this stupid every year because there's always somebody who just bucks the trend on the measurables, and there's always those that aren't as good, but they have all the measurables and they turn out to be really, really good. Like Tay Crowder is a starter for the Giants. He was Mr. Irrelevant like 2 years ago in the draft, and he's a starting linebacker for the Giants because he has the measurables and he was coached up. But Nakobe Dean is 5'11". He's undersized as far as an NFL inside linebacker goes. But the dude's football IQ – exactly. Mm-hmm. The dude's football IQ is insane.
It is. Absolutely.
His anticipation, his film study is insane.
One draft and the Philadelphia Eagles have gone from probably the bottom or the second to bottom from that division to being the best team in that division.
I really don't want to talk about that.
AJ Brown, dude. Yeah, I know.
Jeb,
that hurts so much.
We're going to be able to get. I mean, we weren't going to pay him 50 cents guaranteed.
It wasn't.
From a business decision, I get it. I was really upset when it first happened. When you first started hearing about all the situation, I was like, okay, I get it. It doesn't matter. I'm still mad about it.
You just can't get too attached to NFL.
I have this jersey. Oh,
the problem is everybody's talking about
jerseys.
We got an AJ Brown like player in Treylon Burks. No, you got an AJ Brown player from year one with Treylon Burks. You don't have a year 3 AJ Brown.
Mm-hmm. Which, in Burks' defense, I wanted him in the first round. I thought he would have been great to pair with AJ. I'm not upset at Treylon Burks, but losing AJ, it just
and overall, even though it sucked we lost AJ, they had a good draft. I mean, really good draft. I mean, we got another shutdown corner in Roger McCreary. So,
say it.
Roger
Give me
McCreary.
a War Eagle. Give me a War Eagle. Come on.
There you go. Yeah, Jake.
He's a good corner, though.
Do it, Jake.
And we got Malik Willis, who I'm happy we got. Now he can just sit on the bench for 3 years.
I talked about it'd be perfect to do the Steve McNair program with him.
Yes.
Let Tannehill not mentor him.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What the hell, man?
I know.
You're not good enough to sit here and play. Practice. We're talking about practice. You're not good enough to do that. You're Kurt Warner. Eli Manning won 2 Super Bowl MVPs and everything. Kurt Warner mentored the hell out of him that first year. Mm-hmm. And then he went on to Arizona and went to the Super Bowl a little bit later. He could still do it. But it just doesn't sit right whenever.
Steve?
It's because he thinks Malik Willis was brought in to take his job, which honestly he was.
In 3 years' time.
Yeah.
But
if it happens,
maybe 2 years, but
it might happen in week 8.
Yeah.
It might do.
My opinion on any quarterback, even Matt Corral, that was taken in this draft, if any of them are forced to play this year, you're looking at a future USFL quarterback.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I think that was a big problem with all the quarterbacks in this draft. It's not that they were all bad; it's just none of them were really ready to take over a team.
No. I mean, you have Trubisky is a bridge quarterback in Pittsburgh. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
Pickett was a first rounder, so maybe his expectations are a little bit. His
strange.
timeline is a little bit ramped up. Well, they saw an opportunity to get a hometown.
Yeah,
kid.
it's a hometown guy, but still,
So-
you could have got him there in the 3rd round, probably.
Yeah, I don't know, but
Desmond Ridder to the Falcons.
Yeah, I was surprised he was number 2.
Yeesh.
I know. Yeah.
They saw Mariota comparisons to him, and Arthur Smith is like, okay, yes, I want that.
Yeah. Okay.
But what if Mariota refuses to mentor him?
Right.
Then you're stuck with 2 of them
Oh.
who can't throw.
Oh man. They can run.
They can run.
They're just going to run
Yeah.
the zone read over and over again. And it's going to look like Sunbelt football.
I'm afraid
Fun
Arthur
Belt.
Smith is the Fun Belt. I'm afraid Arthur Smith is not long for the head coaching job in Atlanta.
Just
He's a
too
good
bad. He was a good offensive coordinator. Yeah,
He's a good
he was.
coordinator. He's a good coordinator, but he needs Mike Vrabel.
You know what movie
Yeah.
I've never seen? Arthur.
The Departed.
I've never
Arthur.
seen Arthur.
I've never seen Arthur either.
Like
Any
the old one
version
or
of
the
it.
remake?
Not
Oh.
the Richard Van, not the Dudley Moore one. I've never seen any Arthurs.
Oh, they're actually not bad.
Did
Well,
you read the comic strip, Arthur?
they're not great.
Wait, are you talking about Archie?
No, Arthur.
No.
Didn't know
I
there
come
was
here
a
to
comic
need,
strip.
not to read.
I mean,
Well, the movie
I know
watch
Arthur.
Arthur 2 on the Rocks. That's a funny one.
Arthur's
Liza
like
Minnelli. It's great stuff.
I'll find it.
Dennis the Menace comic strips are funny.
Well, yeah.
They're great. I love Dennis the Menace.
The
You know, I
best
haven't read
comic
Sunday
strip was
comics
The
in a
Far
long
Side.
time.
Far Side.
Well, yeah.
Far
Yeah.
Side is
That's
great.
true.
Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah, Kevin Owens was great.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin and Hobbes.
What's the name of that guy?
Oh,
The Peanuts. Yeah.
Who does the new Arthur, the British actor? I can never remember his name.
Russell Brand.
Russell Brand. That's it.
Brand.
Yeah.
I even know who's in it. I just never seen the movie.
It was all right.
Although I watched Uncharted today,
I have not seen that yet. No.
and that is actually a decent movie. It's pretty good if you like the Indiana Jones, the Brendan Fraser mummies, that genre. You'll probably enjoy that movie.
I got to watch it to see how close it is to the video games because I played the video games. I just haven't watched the movie yet.
I played the first 2. I've never played it past part 2, but
Yeah, I haven't played 3, but
actually, just because you brought it up on the show a couple times, I did finally sit down and watch Winning Time, and that is a surprisingly good show. I really enjoyed it.
really is.
I don't know how
Watch that.
accurate it is, but it's very funny.
Well, it's pissing off everybody that's in it, so I'm thinking not,
Yeah,
or maybe yes, too accurate.
yeah. One or
It's
the
either
other.
one or the other.
Something.
Starting to worry about some people like Jerry West, but yeah, no, it's a great show. I do like that they do some of the stuff we talk about, like pointing out the double speak when you're talking about athletes and when they're getting drafted and what you really mean is white or black, and stuff like that. It's very funny.
mm-hmm.
It's a fantastic show. Let's
Yeah.
see. The other one that's absolutely
Jackie-
fantastic is Superman and Lois. If anybody
Yeah.
has
I saw the
not
first
watching
season of that.
Superman and Lois, watch season 2 of that. That is getting fantastic.
Superman and Lois, huh?
I got to check that out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
started.
It's like
Pretty
it's
mixed.
like the an Arrowverse show for grown-ups. It's
Okay.
all of the other ones have gotten canceled except for that one, and there's probably a reason behind that.
You mentioned people suing on Winning Time. I wonder if Larry Bird is. They're not very flattering to him either.
Well, the funny thing is
very-
Jerry West is going off about Winning Time for being depicted just like he's going off on Winning Time. He's actually in the public bitching about what's going on. And it's like, you're doing exactly what they said.
Throwing fits and
Yeah.
temper tantrums and stuff. Yeah, that's true.
Oh man, I love it. I love it.
But they made Larry Bird kind of a asshole redneck. I don't know.
Well, he's from French Lick, Indiana. That's probably more accurate than not.
French
redneck,
Lick.
I would guess.
Yeah.
He just never seemed like an asshole to me. But maybe I don't know. Maybe
Dude,
it was,
he's the greatest trash talker of all time.
Yeah. He's the one that said he would catch, was like, I'm going to catch the ball. I'm going to fake left. I'm going to go right. I'm going to shoot the ball from 17, and it's going to go in, and we're going to win. And then he would do exactly that.
He's also the dude that would walk by the opposing coach. He's like, "You're gonna put him on me? You're gonna guard me with him? I'm going for 60."
Yeah, maybe it's accurate then.
There was one game where he just kept mumbling under his breath and everything that was going on. It was because he felt physically disrespected. The other team was trying to guard him with a white guy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean that's Larry Bird.
I'll take it back. I like Larry Bird.
Larry Bird threw a fastball at Bill Laimbeer.
I got you, Jackie.
Yeah. The 80s were the decade for the NBA. Maybe a little bit of the 90s, the early 90s.
Yeah, I would say up through the Bulls run would be where, like, the strike shortened season in '99 started like a very, very bad downtrend for the NBA for like a decade, at least.
I don't know. Kobe and Shaq teams were pretty amazing too, but
yeah,
I know what you're saying though.
But the NBA overall was just brutal. But Shaq and Kobe were fun to watch.
Anthony Mason, John Starks, and those guys against the Bulls was high quality basketball. The final score of the game would be like 80-78.
And they would just beat the hell out of each other.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the Pacers Knicks were always just bloodbaths because both teams were built very similarly.
Oh, did you see that? I think on Ja Morant's final shot last night, he dribbled one time to the basketball for like a 6-footer from outside the 3-point line. He dribbled one time.
Yeah, they don't call walks in the NBA.
Or carries. You should see it. I mean, it was horrible.
I mean, I see people pick up the ball at the 3-point line to lay it up. And just walk all the way up to the. I mean,
it's terrible.
I don't know what it's like to be 6'11", Jake, and run with 2 steps for somebody at 6'11" might be like 20 steps for me.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's true too.
See what I did there? I'm vertically challenged.
Yeah, but still,
you're short. No, you're short. You're short.
You're short. Yeah.
You got the short man syndrome.
No, I'm the best goalie in here though.
Yeah. What are you, 5'6" or 5'7"?
I'm 5'1". No, I'm just kidding. I'm 5'8".
Oh 5'8". Damn! I was just gonna say
5'8".
Yeah, I played goalie one time, and we almost got into a fight.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. But it was a Swedish kid.
Yeah, a Swedish kid was like, he stopped the ball in the goal line and waited for somebody to come over to kick it in.
Yeah,
and things got a little heated, and I told him to knock that shit out, and it was real close to him getting body slammed.
Yeah, I know the feeling. If I was closer, I would have shoved him into the goal with the ball. I would have picked up the ball, handed it to him, and just shoved him into the goal.
Yeah, I mean, we got the chat going.
The chat is going. Steve, do you have to let some people in?
What? Oh, some comic strips. Okay. Corey, why are you sending comic strips during the show?
Yeah.
Good grief.
Arthur. I told you I'd find it.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out how to post a picture there, but yeah.
Probably can't. I don't know though. But.
Yeah, I don't know. Steve, you can maybe like pull the picture and like pull it up and have Arthur on the screen for a minute. It's a kid's comic.
All comics are kids' comics.
Pretty much.
If it's in the Saturday morning comics.
This is like kids though. Like not like Calvin and Hobbes kids. Where it's like kids but not really kids. What's up?
Hey Cass.
What up, Cass? It's your family. Family dinner time. What everybody have for dinner, by the way?
Pizza.
Nice. I went healthy. I had salmon salad. Salmon Caesar salad.
The salmon is really good.
Nice.
It was smoked salmon from the other night, from Sunday, but it was good. It was good. So going full circle back to the draft, J-Mo, Jake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really feel sorry for him because I don't think the Lions. I think they're on a really good trajectory.
If they get a quarterback, they'll be all right.
Well, we're about to find out if they need a quarterback or not, but they
Yeah.
They got everything else. They what they did was they took away all excuses.
Yeah.
From Jared Goff.
Yep.
So there's no more excuses. You have Jameson Williams. You have DJ Shark. And now you have DeAndre Swift. You have there he goes.
Yeah.
You have TJ Hawkinson, Arthur. That's one. Yeah. I was talking about the little animal looking one.
Use camels.
Yeah.
My Lord. All right then.
I mean, I can bring the references, guys. Don't challenge me. So yeah, I think J-Mo landed in a good spot. Evan Neal landed in a great spot. Him and Andrew Thomas are going to be great together as tackles for the Giants. I don't know who the hell's going to play on the interior, but those two are going to book in the tackles quite nicely.
At least they got the futures of the tackles, pretty much locked up.
They do, and they still got them on rookie deals too, which is great.
Right.
And they have legitimate coaching in Brian Daboll now. Finally, we'll see what he's like as a head coach, but
like Steven said, though, I think the Eagles won the draft. I mean, my gosh, you get Jordan Davis, you pretty much shored up that defensive front with him, and then Nakobe Dean just falls in your lap. I mean, I guarantee they're sitting there,
AJ.
Right? But you sit there at 83rd pick, and it's like, man, we got to take this guy. There's no question about it.
Yeah,
and they did.
He's there, and you're like, okay. They even traded. They even were like, all right, screw this, we're gonna trade. They traded.
Yeah.
I forget who they traded with, but they were like, they traded in that spot. I think they traded with the Raiders, maybe. But
but that's going to be 82 teams that's going to regret not picking up Nakobe Dean. I'm just telling you. Right. Yeah, it's that was. I cannot believe he fell that far.
I use Sam Mills as an example for a reason.
Yeah.
Undersized, high football IQ, high motor, can hit like he's 6'3", 250.
Played in Philadelphia. Ooh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Giants had a pretty good draft too.
There you
go. The Jets also. Good grief.
Yeah. Sauce, man. They got my boy Sauce. And they got Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Your Saints got Olave. Your Saints got Olave.
Saints had a
good
draft.
Are they not going to sign Jarvis Landry now?
Maybe. Probably not.
I feel like you would become a Panthers fan now that Matt Corral's there.
You don't become a Panthers fan because a player from your college goes to that too. I will for always and forever be a Saints fan.
You feel sorry for that player.
Other than me being a lifelong Tampa Bay Bandits fan, you can't really change. I'm stuck with New Orleans Saints forever. That's never going to change.
And the secondary team is Miami, right?
Oh yeah. Miami just is my CBS team. It comes on CBS because they're right down the road, and although
Jeb, be fun to watch.
I think Jeb or me has to get DirecTV before the fall, though.
Yeah,
and you got to give me the password so I can watch.
I'm just waiting to see if they run that special again. If they do, I'm getting it.
Or just give me your Hulu password. Or just give me your Hulu password.
Yeah.
Oh, Netflix is about to go out of business. They're about to crack down on password sharing. Yeah, Netflix is about to go out of business. All these streaming services.
And they're stupid.
Yeah.
Crack down on password sharing and raise their prices. It's not smart.
And do ads.
And do ads. I mean, it's like, okay, y'all did it to Blockbuster. Now watch it happen to you.
Yeah, you don't raise your price and do ads.
Oh.
You pay the premium to not get ads. Like if Spotify put ads on their premium stuff.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, with podcasts, you're just not going to get away. It's like Sirius. You're not going to get away from commercials with like the talk shows, but like with our music stuff, that's ad free, unlimited skips. And if they did limited skips and ads, you'd be like, well, why the hell am I paying for it?
Yeah.
Bye Spotify.
Also on Friday, I'm really excited. I have a thumbnail, and it's just going to be the kicker, Jonathan Cruz, and the headline is going to be cruise missiles, spelled CRUZ, and I am so looking forward for that. I'm just so looking forward to that. I can't wait till that happens.
I can't wait to see it.
He's coming on?
Huh?
You got him?
No, he's not coming on. No, he's not coming on at all. I'm just doing the thumbnail. Yeah. I have way too much fun with my thumbnails.
I see. You've done just about every pose.
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, I can't wait.
The only thing you have to do now is, like, put your shirt over your head.
I am Cornholio. I need teepee for my bunghole.
Teepee for my bunghole is your tagline.
Bunghole.
Cornholio.
My favorite one, Steve, was when you did, that one. Yeah. Yeah. That was good.
No, my favorite one is this, where I'm doing this.
Oh, yeah, when you're sound
well, that's this one, yeah. And you look at it, most of us look asleep. It looks like we did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Must have been a hell of a conversation.
Yeah. I assure you we didn't. It was just my laziness.
Jeb, that was the time. I think you got that one. That time we was talking about. I forgot what it was. Me and you was having a conversation about something. Both of them up there had no desire whatsoever of being part of it. Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Put yourself in their own world.
Oh,
my nap in somewhere.
We were doing that video game thing. It was like,
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Both of them were asleep, and we were just chatting it up.
So speaking of video games, no.
Well, I mean, that's a good transition to the NIL if y'all want to do it, talking about the video game, because that's the reason why we got the NIL deal is because everybody wanted the NCAA football back.
And I definitely do.
Yeah.
I do too.
I'm ready for it. I'm going to download it as soon as it comes out.
Absolutely.
I'm
Probably
going to
play it 3 times.
Dynasty mode. I'm going to win like 30 national championships.
That's right.
Yeah. But you better be able to tamper. You better be able to have a transfer portal in there. That's all I would ask.
Yeah, if I can't steal everybody's recruits,
right?
After they sign,
I think in a place like Ole Miss, you shouldn't be able to recruit that well. No matter how you do it, you should not be able to get a 5-star. But in the transfer portal, you can get everybody.
You ought to be able to have money allocated that you can use from boosters during the game.
Good
to buy.
Now that you mention it, that is going to get annoying if they do an actual dynasty mode and half your team leaves after every season.
Hey, you got to rebuild.
You got to go steal.
11 players who are seniors and 35 players to the portal. Congratulations. Good luck.
Good luck. You need a brand new team.
Just a button's going to be put. Just a button's going to be put on there that says process.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or they'll put up and say these are all the people going to transfer, and you just start clicking on the money. NIL.
Yeah.
All right, got those people back.
Yeah, you know how like in Madden in the franchise mode where you have to allocate free agent money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be that screen.
Yeah,
pretty much.
It's just going to be Madden with college teams.
If they want it to be realistic, they've got to put that, and they got to put the playoff, college football playoff in there. And if they want an option to put the 12-team playoff in there, then they do that too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely,
Steve, we need to get you an obnoxiously large water bottle to do on the show. Just something you have to like two-hand, where you're just like.
Hey. It'd be like one of those life waters.
Yeah.
Yes.
About that on.
Have y'all seen that video of Shaq holding a water bottle? His hand's like massive, and the water bottle looks like it's about that tall. Yeah.
I mean, he's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's like a Monopoly piece.
It's like this.
Yes.
This is like a 32-ounce Gatorade in his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. Speaking of Shaq, they talk about how hard it is for him to shoot free throws, and they're like, yeah, just imagine shooting free throws with a tennis ball.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That's what it's like to be Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like excuses for him not being able to shoot free throws that well.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Been a lot of big guys in the NBA.
Yeah.
He's not.
If it was really cared, he would have shot 100 more free throws a day.
He just wanted to party and make rap albums, and
that's right.
He had to get to
Shazam. Yeah,
because he had to be Shazam. Whatever that movie was. Yes. He had to go shoot his movies.
He was a deputy police sheriff for some Orlando County.
Oh, fine.
He had to go make some arrests.
Steven Seagal was like a deputy sheriff in Louisiana.
And now he lives in Russia.
I'm going to take you to the bank. The blood bank.
He a Russian citizen now?
That's a line from a Steven Seagal movie. Hard to kill.
Marked for death.
Marked for death. Hard to kill.
And the best one, Under Siege.
Yeah.
That was his best one, definitely.
Yeah, that was early Tommy Lee Jones, where he was the rock star guy. Taking He's like, come on, buddy. Tommy Lee Jones.
When he was having
Jones
fun with that role.
Riddler.
Yeah.
He became Two-Face. Yeah.
Two-Face.
Yeah, he hated Jim Carrey.
Mm-hmm.
With the fire of 1,000 suns.
Yes. So NIL. I think we were trying to get there, and
then we've.
What is going to happen with NIL? What's going to happen with this stuff? Obviously, the NCAA seems kind of mad about it. They're trying to figure out some way to control it. Can they?
Good luck.
I don't think they can put the toothpaste back in the tube on that one.
No.
Okay, good. That's what I thought too. I just didn't know.
Honestly don't think we need to do anything this year. This year is going to look like this year, and it's going to be wild and crazy. But nothing negative.
Stabilize.
Yeah, nothing negative has happened that would control market value. Right now, you still have Tennessee throwing $8 million at a junior quarterback.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Tamper. No, I'm just kidding.
But if for some reason Nico gets to Tennessee and he's a career backup and he doesn't really make it, you think they're going to spend $8 million on the next one?
No.
No, it's going to drive that value down and everything will become much more manageable. But right now, everybody's drinking from the fire hose. And everybody's real excited because they can pretend like they're the New York Yankees and buy Texas A&M signing class. Or, Miami and Nebraska and Tennessee are using NIL to become relevant again. They're trying to recreate 1998, 1997. And
Scott Frost got in trouble.
Yeah.
With NIL, he gets in trouble.
That's
but just let it play out because it's naturally going to hit its equilibrium, or they're going to run out of money to do it.
Something will happen.
Yeah, you make a good point, Steve. Because these big boosters giving this money, like you mentioned, if the team goes 8-4 every year, they're not going to spend that money to try to make the team better if they're not going to get any better.
To buy out the coach,
right? Yeah,
but I think people are overreacting. I think people see all these headlines of like Barry Switzer's going to make sure everybody in Oklahoma's roster gets $50,000.
Yeah.
Or you see this Jordan Addison scenario but I don't know. To what
it obviously wasn't the best practice of all time if they had to go after Jordan Addison.
Right.
No, it wasn't.
And they offered him $5 million supposedly.
Yeah. People offer stuff all the time. That's how these coaches leave. If they really truly made it fair, like these players are leaving like coaches are leaving, and people are all bent out of shape about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Let a couple of busts happen. And also, in this NIL thing, let the schools get in and realize, because eventually you're going to be going after that same money. The school's going to be trying to get it to go to a capital campaign or whatever they're trying to raise money for. And the collectives are going to try and get that same money on NIL. It's going to cause the amount of money to go down for both of them. They're probably both going to get half of what they can do. It's just going to affect the market. There's so many things that are unknown at this point. And the main thing is the fact that they're going to have to compete with schools, the NIL collectives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're going to, you've got to fund other things, right, Steve?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's a very, very good point. I think when you look at boosters and you just got to find a way to rein in the boosters, and you got to find a way to get the money that you need for the facility upgrades that you're inevitably going to need to be able to recruit high school kids. You can't neglect the high school kids either. And I think some of these schools are going to realize that, hey, if we neglect these high school kids, when the money dries up, we ain't going to be able to recruit high school kids either. So they're going to really be up shit's creek. There goes our clean rating, by the way.
Yeah, all gone.
Yeah, I think I said asshole earlier, so
yeah, it's been gone.
At least I waited till 30 minutes in the show.
Check not for kids no more.
I agree that I don't think there's much they can do to stop the NIL or even slow it down too much. I mean, the Supreme Court's already pretty much come out and said they're completely on the player's side here. So they're going to lose any kind of actual battles they have with this. So I don't know.
You had your chance.
I was talking with a friend about this earlier. He was a big Texas fan, and he was trying to decide, or we were talking about what you can actually do, and we both agreed there wasn't much you could do with the NIL. He was suggesting, and it kind of makes sense, do you think they'll try and go after something more like transfers? You know, they kind of opened it up with the portal where anybody could go in the portal pretty much any time and go wherever they want. Then they had the NIL come along. Both of those together seem like they're going to really cause some issues in the future, especially with almost like a free agency in college. Do you think they'll try and start restricting the transfer portal to control the NIL a little
shouldn't.
bit?
People want their thumbs on the scales and what's going on. They shouldn't control any of that. And the one thing they're going to rein in is the fact that schools are using NIL as recruiting inducements.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And because of that's their avenue to actually do something. The two schools that they're inquiring about, saw the article by Ross Dellinger. The two schools was Miami and BYU. I don't know how they got there. I don't know what they're doing, but those are the two that have drawn the attention of the NCAA. They're going to make an example out of one of these schools. It better not be SMU. You better leave them alone. They let them play the NIL game as much as they want to. They deserve it. Yeah.
Yeah, they deserve it.
Better not mess with a SMU.
Yeah.
Or Ole Miss, by the way.
Poor Kent State's about to get hammered.
Yeah, it's like Akron has no chance. Actually, it'll probably be Kentucky football because
it'll be wherever Terry Bowden is.
ULM. I think he's at ULM.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there goes Louisiana Monroe.
Mm-hmm. Just going to knock them off the map. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
my stance on NIL is they really shouldn't do anything. And people wetting their pants about what's going on just aren't prepared for the messiness of what was going on. Or honestly,
they just get overwhelmed with the headlines.
Yeah, and what they have to cover, because I think this is a media creation. They want signing windows for the transfer portal, just like European soccer and all that, because they want to have a deadline that they can look in this narrow area. Because right now it just goes out over the whole year, so you can't really cover it. You can't really make it an event. You can't really sell subscriptions off of it. But if you were to tag it into a month, all of a sudden you could do that, kind of the way that recruiting services got big because of basically promoting towards signing day every year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the story I'm seeing on, speaking of like signing and all this stuff, I'm seeing on Football Scoop, Zach Barnett's reported this earlier. He's saying that the 25-man signing limit could go away.
Huh.
If that happens, now I'm going to tell you, the rules that happens right now, there is no school that is even going to come close to the SEC.
Right.
Not even anywhere near in the ballpark. It would be like a college team playing against an NFL team whenever they dealt with the SEC. That is what's happening. I think what is happening is the NCAA is abdicating all their responsibility to eventually, so the Power Five will leave. And then they can pick up the pieces on the FCS and the G5 and all these poorer schools and kind of reconstitute what they were. But they're trying to get rid. They want the Power Five to go. You know, just like, hey, just go do your own thing. We're not making rules anymore, so go do your own thing if you need rules made.
They're also thinking about getting away from the counted coaches. That's what Nebraska got in trouble for. They had an analyst that was coaching on the field at practice.
More than just get back, I'm assuming.
Yep. And I think it's a guy they fired back in January of 21. So, yeah.
Yeah, but Scott Frost got to show cause for that.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think his time's coming to an end in Nebraska.
Have you
If
guys,
they could have afforded it.
did you guys watch Looney Tunes growing up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do y'all remember Gossamer?
Which one was Gossamer?
He was the big hair monster that always would squeeze him and call him George.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I never knew his
that
name was
is-
Gossamer.
I didn't either.
I worked at the Warner Brothers store growing up when I was like 17.
Wow.
All right.
Scott Frost is
years ago?
Gossamer. Scott Frost is Gossamer when it comes to Nebraska football. And Nebraska football was that Bugs Bunny. And he's squeezing it so tight.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Yeah, he
just
did,
wants to win so bad.
He wanted that job bad. That's true.
Yeah.
And it just backfires on him over and over and over again.
It's fell on his face since he's got it. That's for sure.
It's like, and he's like, everything he does to try to win is like everything that Wile E. Coyote does to try to catch the Roadrunner.
He tries. He even got away from him. He hired an offensive coordinator this year, but even before then, he wasn't running the offense that he ran at Central Florida, which made him work,
That's
which
what
made him
That's what
good.
got him the job.
Yeah.
Made him successful.
He got to Nebraska and tried to be Tom Osborne and started putting in a bunch of options and run game stuff, and he just completely abdicated. I'm using that word too much, but it just gave up on all of his responsibility and what he was doing just because he wanted to be like Dr. Tom, and he was going to bring Nebraska back the right way. And he just squeezed it.
Who was their quarterback last year? I can't.
Adrian
think of his name
Martinez. He's at Kansas State now. Yeah.
But
He's about to start his
Martinez,
11th season in college.
but Martinez and the UCF system under Scott Frost have been a lot better than the Nebraska system of Scott Frost for sure. He's
Absolutely.
built for that.
Now it completely destroys the myth that Josh Heupel was just continuing on for Scott Frost. We know now that Heupel was the better coach.
No, you don't know that at all. We just know that Scott Frost made a horrible decision when he got to Nebraska. He's not the same guy that was at Central Florida.
No.
Remember, he took over a winless program and made them national champions within 3 years.
Oh, national champs, yeah.
Yeah, they're undefeated, so we're national champs.
Yeah, they beat like an 8-win Auburn team, so that was enough. Sorry about that, Jack.
There you go.
Don't hurt my feelings.
Have you seen this lawsuit against Willie Taggart, by the way?
No, what's that?
Oh, okay. All right. I'm breaking news here. So they Willie Taggart and his former strength coach, they're being sued right now because there was a player that but suffered life-altering injuries during a winter workout in 2017 while he was at Oregon.
Okay.
So, yeah, he pushed him, and the kid had to retire from football because of these workouts, and he couldn't recover. It was basically like, it was just push-ups, sit-ups, and up-downs for like hours. And they just,
I don't think it could be hours. I don't think they have enough time in a week that they're allotted. I think it could be hours.
Well, it was for more than an hour. the circuit was more than an hour.
Wow.
And he's talking about.
Did anybody else have any
he was
life altering?
No. This guy was hospitalized, and so he sued.
Dang.
Why was he hospitalized?
It's
Exhaustion,
saying,
maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, probably an injury related to exhaustion. Probably an internal injury. It doesn't say in the article, but he said his.
They're leaving out a big piece of information that we need in the
It
article.
said he's on the path to have chronic kidney disease.
Dang.
He lost 40% of his kidney function.
Maybe
So
he was
he
severely
wasn't-
dehydrated.
So he wasn't drinking water.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, so he was severely dehydrated, I guess is what I'm gathering.
So-
I'm kind of
yeah.
reading
So-
this article live.
Okay,
as
so
we go here.
what he's claiming is the lack of water breaks did him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was,
That's the only liable thing that I could do is if for some reason it was one of those, tough players do not need water, and that type of situation.
Yeah. It's almost like he went from push-ups to sit-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, 40s, whatever, without a water break for over an hour.
They're claiming negligence.
Okay. Yeah, that one, Phil Knight in Oregon needs to pay some money for that then.
Mm-hmm.
Just pay the kid out. Yeah, because this kid was he was projected to be an NFL player.
Oh, he would have made big money then.
So they're suing for, former Ducks offensive lineman Doug Brenner sued his former head coach Willie Taggart, former strength coach Irel Oderend, and University of Oregon and the NCAA for $125.5 million.
Wow. Lord. Well, you're not going to get that, but okay.
So he's going.
I'm pretty sure the kid at Maryland, his family didn't get that.
No, I don't think they did either.
You'd have to go way beyond negligence.
He wants $100 million from the NCAA for punitive damages. He wants $20 million from the NCAA for pain and suffering, and $5.5 million for past and future medical expenses from Oregon and the coaches.
Well, the worst thing that can happen is that they can say no, I guess.
Yeah. I'd be going through
that feels like a long, drawn out process. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. But I saw that and I was like, oh boy.
By the way, I'm about to tell y'all two things, and everybody watching at home, that's very important to me and to no one else. I was able to stand on one leg, both legs, for 30 seconds at a time, and I was able to write my name. That doesn't sound like a big deal, but that is a new thing nearly 3 years into my ordeal.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
There you go.
That's big news.
Yeah, getting that balance back is great.
Yeah.
I can stand like a flamingo.
Oh, there you go.
So if you think somebody planted a flamingo statue in your front yard, it's not a flamingo statue. It's just Steve.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing this to passing cars, like just standing like a flamingo, and they're like, "What is that dude doing?" I'm like, "Get out of my yard."
You're gonna have a mental health home called on you. Somebody gonna come pick you up in a straitjacket. He's
gonna turn into a meme.
Yes.
There is a meme I saw it on TikTok about if humans behaved like dogs, and there's this guy walking down the sidewalk, and this guy's like comes running, yelling to the fence, and he's like, "This is my house! This is my house! This is my house!" And starts yelling at him the whole way, like a dog will bark at.
Yeah, just follow you along the fence.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pretty fine. That's gonna be Steve.
Yeah. Get out of my yard.
Get off my lawn.
Yep.
Yeah, I do want to tell people to get off my lawn.
Actually, yeah, closer than I thought. I looked out the other day and saw a bunch of ducks in my yard, and my first instinct was just go running out there, scatter them for fun. I didn't do it.
My first was to get my 12 gauge and shoot it.
Jeb's got some of the ugliest ducks on his property.
Yeah, they're not usually on my lawn, but they're always across the street or on the house next to me. But for some reason, they like mine now.
Yeah, whenever you hear the ugly ducklings, okay, after you see them, you're like, okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
These aren't mallards for Ducks Unlimited or whatever they're called. They're not popping up. These are the ducks that get kicked out of like the mallard meeting.
Nah, you ain't good. You ain't good.
No,
you got to go.
You out. No. You out.
Bruh, you got to go.
You out.
And bruh goes to Tennessee.
Get my name out of your mouth. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this, though. This is the first, summertime that I've been down here so far. Yeah. Lots of lizards. I've already seen a couple snakes. And all those cats around my house have disappeared. Makes me wonder what happened.
How close are y'all to the Everglades?
Not close enough for that, I wouldn't have thought. Okay. But I had a pack of feral cats that just roamed through my yard every day. Today I saw one, and that made me think about the fact that I don't think I've seen any since I came back down here. I'm curious. What's happened to all those cats?
Snakes got them.
Yeah.
Maybe. There was one outside my window last night. I was just looking up, and suddenly I saw snake tail in my window. Apparently, he was in this tree next to my windows, which is actually just a big bush. But he was at the top of it. I was like, how did you get to the top of a bush?
Oh, I know how.
That
happened to us, too. We have birds of prey all over the place, and they'll just come down and scoop up a snake. If that bird dropped a snake, they'll just fall.
See, I was wondering, because I saw his tail come like slinking down. I thought, did he just fall off the roof? But maybe it was a bird dropped him.
Yeah.
The bird's like, shit.
First time I've seen a snake around here was a little scary because he just slammed into my window. And I was like, well, that's sick. Okay.
It's like snakes on a plane.
It's like,
oh my
nope,
gosh.
You're not supposed to be doing that.
You can just rock me to sleep tonight. I'm going to, oh, God.
Yeah.
Snakes can jump here. Okay,
hello, nightmares.
Yeah. Just right in the sky.
Jeb's sleeping like this all night.
Yeah. Every time I heard a noise.
Jeb's like, no, the plague was frogs. The plague was frogs.
Yeah.
Jeb's like, I'm moving back to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Snakes don't fly there.
I'm not even used to having an attic, so that's the whole time I was thinking, are they up in there? Are they sworn? I'm going to turn on my house fan. They're just going to come right out of the vent.
They're not. It just rolled down your roof because it got dropped by a bird.
He just hung out in the tree until I finally gave up on him. I don't know what happened to him after that.
Speaking of, I have seen, there's this thing on the internet you can look up.
He's behind you.
That
he
you can
comes
look
up
up
like a cobra. It's like,
oh yeah. But,
ooh, it was the Globo Gym purple cobras.
Yes. But have y'all?
It's Ben Stiller just comes popping up.
Yeah.
I forget his character name.
But have y'all seen the freaking animals and how big they are and they get in Australia? I mean, they've got freaking spiders that take up a whole room of a house. I mean, it's freaking crazy what's going on in Australia.
Yeah, no, it's that's not an area I've ever really wanted to go to real bad.
No.
That's a whole lot of nope for me.
Me either.
If you think about it, the English picked two areas to be penal colonies. One was Australia, and the other was Georgia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
One, you might get stuck picking pecans, and the other, you might get eaten by a spider. Yeah, I don't know.
I know. I'll take my chances here in the States.
Yeah, I'm good here in suburban Nashville.
Right.
Yeah, there was a story I saw on CNN's website. I got the notification for it, and they were talking. It's like the headline was "Rattlesnake Handler Dies from Rattlesnake Bite." It's like, how is that news?
I mean,
that's just karma.
We're done anymore. Can we use that word still?
Yeah,
it's like what is going on? Also, WAPT Channel 3 in Mississippi. If y'all are watching this in Mississippi, their Twitter feed does not do Mississippi. Yeah, they do not do Mississippi news anymore. It's just leaking stuff from Texas and Arizona and all things that'll just make people mad. From all over the country, and they will not. There's nothing going on in Mississippi, but it's like, dog gets saved from a tree in Scottsdale, Arizona, and it's like, what is going on?
They haven't figured out the whole 24-hour news channel thing yet. They're trying.
Right? Yeah, they're trying. They're trying hard.
Go save a cat out of a tree.
Yeah. It's like, I can't believe what you're. They're gonna lose a follow because like, what is going on?
That's insane.
I love it. Just reporting nothing relevant.
Right.
I guess they got tired of the water skiing squirrel. So.
Yeah.
I think that's still amazing.
There's only so many times.
It's pretty amazing.
That.
Yeah. I mean, he's not really doing much, but still.
I think ski's better than I do.
Well, I mean, I ain't never tried to ski, but yeah, you're probably right.
I used to could ski, but just I don't know.
I've never been able to rollerblade or do ice skating because I just can't get my feet to work with them skates on.
I was never a good skater. Like, I don't know if it was coordination or what the problem was, but I mean, I could roller skate, I guess, but just wasn't good at it. And then any of that other stuff, you're right, ice skating.
Jeb, you were in the skating rink, skating backwards during the couple skate and just doing all the little tricks.
I definitely grew up where you had to go to a skating rink occasionally.
Time for couples only skate.
They play some like Genuine or something.
No, this is gonna be younger. This would be like White Snake. Here I go again.
Yeah.
Couple skate. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you see Jeb just rocking back.
This skate is for couples only. Couples only.
Jeb's at that 8-year-old skate party, for a birthday party, and they're like, hey, is he part of the family? Or he's just there, checking out what he can get,
Yeah. If I'm not playing Galaga, I don't know.
He's got cake all over his face.
Right.
Galaga.
Yeah.
And then doing the and then when they do the skate races, he's there trying to win the skate races.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Just wasn't good at stopping. Get out of the way.
Yeah.
Luis Mendoza from D2.
Yeah, stop. Exactly. That's what the wall was for. It stopped you.
Yeah. Fall face first, but at least you stopped.
Oh, when you're a kid, you can lift to almost anything. I don't know why.
You haven't lived until you try to dismount from the floor and just every time just fall face first, because like you try to hit that lip and you just can't do it, and you just bam, you just go down.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And then you get up hoping nobody saw you.
I want to tell y'all, talking about skating, we have a roller derby league here in Huntsville, and I watched them one time. I think that's pretty freaking fun.
I haven't been to one. I haven't been to one in years, but I do remember some roller derby. I've been a couple times.
There was one in Lebanon, wasn't there?
I don't know. There's
years ago.
Nashville definitely has one, but I don't know about Lebanon.
There was a teacher at my school when I worked at Lebanon. She was into roller derby.
I mean, girls. I mean, they fight, and I mean, it's fun to watch.
It is actually pretty entertaining.
It is. I'm like, good night.
Vicious.
Deathstroke and the Razor.
Yeah, and then you have tea cake or something, or cupcake over here is another name. That's one just runs around.
One.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Cupcake's the one just mauling everybody.
Yes. So
she's the Bill Lambier of roller derby.
Yes.
Full circle.
Oh man.
Boulder and the Roadblock and Tina.
Roadblock and Tina. Yeah.
One of my favorite episodes of Psych is the roller derby episode.
Mm-hmm.
Psych.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
It is. It's always fun.
Please say psych. Please say psych.
Psych.
Mm-hmm. You named our company Gotcha.
Yeah.
This is a scam. That's basically what it's called.
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah, that was a good show. Good show.
That was a very good show. Loved it. Love it. Well, guys.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
You guys let's get out of here.
A short show tonight. Wow.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Stacey didn't even have to remind us to go to bed.
Yeah. It was 10:30 last week. Jeb, you should have come back on because God, we're still on for another hour after you left.
Well, I ended up talking for a while. It was a good conversation, but
yeah.
Stacy pops in the chat like somebody's dad when you're sleeping over.
Yeah. Y'all need to go to bed. Like, okay. Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Kids, get off my lawn. Time to go.
Kids, get out of here. Time to go home.
Yeah. That was pretty funny.
Well, until next week, we'll come back. We'll probably be off the rails even more next week because we don't have things like the NFL draft to talk about. So, but we are SEC After Dark. We are presented by betonline.ag and apparently Built Bars too. So we're going to wish you a happy rest of your week, an even better weekend. We'll see you back here better than ever. Follow us, hit that social media stuff, like, subscribe on YouTube, all of the above. Find us, like us, comment, give us feedback, let us know that we're doing a good job or it's all Jeb's fault. So, just kidding, Jeb. We love you. We'll blame it on the snake outside your window. So, sleep tight, Jeb. Don't have any nightmares. And we'll see you back here next week. We are SEC After Dark. Go Dogs.
Roll Tide.
Orange.
See Roadblock and Tina.
Roadblock. Roadblock. That's the best one.